Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I want to do a video on simplifying radicals, and I'm going to try to teach it in a way that is easy to understand. If you've ever played cards, whether it's spades or um, Uno or anything that has suits in it, you understand what makes a suit. So let me explain. All right, so here's what I'm here's what I'm saying. Simplifying radicals is basically like playing cards. So if you've ever played a game of spades or something else where you have to have pairs of cards, then you understand how to simplify radicals, right? This is just a deck. This has, you can see it has jokers. So this is a deck of like 54 cards. Normally there's 52 cards, but if you include the jokers, it's 54. Now, here's the idea. This is called a two pair, right? You have two pair of aces. This is called a three pair. You got three threes. Now it's a three pair, not because of the number three, but you have three of the same number. That's what makes it a three pair. This could have been fours or fives, but you have three of the same number. This is a four pair because we have four of the same cards, but it could be any number. So it could be four twos, four fours, four fives, but that's a four pair. Now, the reason that I want to do that is when you're trying to solve a square root, you're going to be looking for, oops, let me do this. You're going to be looking for a two pair. So when you're doing square roots, you're looking for two pairs of the same number. When you do a cube root, you're looking for, when you do a cube root, you're looking for three pair of the same number, right? If you do a fourth root, you're looking for a four pair of the same root. If you're looking for a fifth root, it would be five pair, right? So this is four pair. This is three pair. And this is two pair, right? So once you factor numbers, you're going to go through and you're going to be looking for, if you're doing the square root, you're going to be looking for two pairs of the same number. If you're doing the cube root, you're looking for three pairs. If you're doing the fourth root, you're looking for four pairs. So now I'm going to do a couple examples. All right, so here, let me get rid of this one real quick because I'm going to do one from this one too. All right, so now I hope that you can see this. I know I took this copy off the internet, right? But what this is, let me write this. This is the third root of a negative 24. Now, so the very first thing we need to do is we need to factor this a negative 24. Now, I'm going to show you what, you've got something on your calculator that will do this for you. So let me go get the calculator. It's right here. Let me do menu 15, get rid of all of this stuff. Now, there's a button on your calculator that will factor anything down to primes. So this is going to be menu 23. And it's going to say factor, and then whatever number you want the calculator to factor, you just put inside here. So this is going to be a negative 24. And then you press enter. All right, so this is factored. So I'm going to go back to my iPad and I'm going to make a little change. I'm going to take this -1 and I'm going to put it next to I'm going to put it with the 2. So, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So let me go to my iPad. So oops, I want to make this thinner now. So a -24 is the same thing as a -1 times 2 to the third power times 3. Now, I'm going to combine this -1 with this. So now what I have is a -2 times a -2 times a -2 times 3. So this is the factor. This is factored down to the lowest prime numbers. Now, because this is a 3, we're looking for 3 pairs of the same number, and we happen to have one. These -2s are all the same, so I can take one of those. That's going to be, so this is the third root. So I'm going to take this and it's going to go outside the house. So out here, I'm going to have a -2. Now this 3, I don't have enough 3s to make up a pair. So I need 3 3s, I only have 1. So that has to stay inside the house. So here's my simplified form. It's going to be a -2 times this cube root of 3. I can't do anything else. That's as simple as I can make it. All right. So you're looking for, if it's a cube root, you're looking for 3 pair, 1, 2, 3. And then that's going to make a book, and you bring that outside the house. All right, let's go. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do number 4. This is 5 to the 432nd power. Now, I'm going to go and I'm going to factor this, but this is a square root. Let me change the color so you can see it. This is the square root. Whenever you don't see a number, it's always assumed to be a 2. So now what we're looking for, this is the square root of 432. That means we're looking for numbers that have 2. We're looking for 2 of the same numbers. We're looking for 2 pairs of numbers. All right, so let's go factor it. So I'm going to go get the calculator, and I'm going to go menu 23, and then I'm going to go 432, 4, 3, 2, and then I'm going to go boom. And so let me go to the calculator or to my iPad. So 432 factors to 2 to the 4th times 3 to the 3rd. Was that what I saw? 2 to the 4th, 3 to the 3rd. Yeah, so watch what I do now. Now, so if you understand your exponent rules, so this is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And this is the same thing as 3 times 3 times 3. Now, remember, we're looking for 2 pairs. And each 2 pair that you have, you're going to bring outside the house. So here's 1, bring out. So that's going to be 2. Then we got another pair that we bring out. That's going to be another 2. And now we got this pair of 3s that we're going to bring out. So that's going to be times 3. And we don't have another 3 for this 3. So that has to stay by itself in the house. So it's going to be the square root of 3. So that's what's left. Now you could just take these numbers and multiply them. So 4 times 3 is 12. So our simplified is going to be 12 times the square root of 3. That's I'm sorry. Almost messed up. Remember, we already had a 5 out here. So don't forget that 5. So that's going to be 5 times 4 times 3. So that's going to be 20. So it's going to be 60 times the square root of 3. I almost forgot about that 5. All right. But since that 5 is already outside the house, whatever pairs we find, we just multiply times that, and then that'll be our simplified version. All right. I'm going to do a couple more. But if you get it, you can shut the video down. Actually, when I do this one, I want you to do it with me if you have a calculator. All right, so let me make sure that this is clear. This is the 3rd root of 512. And we got a 2 already outside the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go factor 512, and then I'm going to look for 3 pairs of the same number. Okay, so let's go get the calculator. Boom. We're going to do menu 23. Boom. We're going to put in 512. Boom. Press enter. Boom. It's 2 to the 9th. So I can go back to my iPad and I can say, oh, this is 2 to the 9th. 2 to the 9th, which is the same thing as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, these are all multiplied, right? That's what the exponent means, 2 to the 9th power. Now, I'm looking for 3 pairs. So this is the cube root. So remember, I already got a 2 outside the house, and now I got another 3 pair. So I'm going to bring out another 2. And then here's another 3 pair. I'm going to bring out another 2. And then here's another 3 pair. I'm going to bring out the last 2. Now there's nothing left in the house, so the cube root house is gone. So all we have left is just this number. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So this is going to be 16. Now, if you put this into your calculator, you're going to get that. but you ought to know how you got it. So if I go back to the calculator and I go, what is 2 times the, oops, I don't want that. I want the cube root, so I'm going to go control here. And so I'm going to put a 3 here. Gonna put 512 in here. 512. And then if I press enter, I get 16. But I just showed you how you get 16. Now I'm gonna do one that has variables in it. All right. And then I'm gonna shut this down. All right, so let me get my iPad set up. So I'm gonna go here and I'm going to do this one right here. Let me make this a little bigger. Now, hopefully you guys can see this. This is the cube root. Let me make sure that's clear. This is the cube root of 448 b to the 7th power, h to the 2nd power. So watch what I do. I still need to factor 448. I need to make sure that's factored, but I also now I have variables inside. So watch how I handle it. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, go get my calculator, and I'm going to factor this. So I'm going to go menu 23, menu 23, 448, 448. Press this. So that's 2 to the 6 times 7. So I'm going to write that. 2 to the 6 times 7. All right, so now let's go to the iPad and let's solve this. All right, so now I'm going to have a bunch of numbers, so I'm going to write them over here. So 2 to the 6 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 6 of them. And then I got a 7. And then I got b to the 7th. So I'm going to write that as b times b times b times b times b. Let's see, that's 5, 6, 7. And then the h is going to be h times h. Now, I am looking for 3 pairs. So let's go do that. So here is 1 pair. So down here, I'm going to have 2. Here's another pair. So that's going to give us this 2. All right. And then the 7, unfortunately, doesn't have, I need 2 more 7s in order to make a 3 pair. So I got to leave the 7 in the house. And then right here, I have 3 B's. So that's going to be, I'm going to multiply that times B. Here's another 3 pair. So I'm going to make that right here. And then I don't have any more 3 pairs. I got a B. I don't have enough. I only have 2 H's. So all of that stuff has to stay in the house. So I would rewrite that like this, cube root, and I would have the 7 times the B times the H squared. Now, and this number, for this, to simplify, this is 4 B squared. So this would be my simplified answer. I hope this has been helpful. So let me recap. When you're doing this, you're looking for, if it's a square root, you're looking for 2 pairs of numbers. Come on. If you are doing a cube root, you're looking for 3 pairs of the same number. If you're doing the 4th root, you're looking for 4 pairs of number. If it's the 5th root, you're looking for 5 pairs of the same number. But once you do that, each pair becomes a book, and you got to pull it outside of the house, right? And then whatever is left stays inside the house. And then whatever you pull out, you just multiply those numbers or those letters, and then it's simplified. All right, so I hope this has been helpful. If it hasn't, give me another shot, and I'll try to clear up whatever questions you have. All right, I'm going to shut this down and post it.